What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gershwan
and his Windbreaker.
Yeah.
And we're here to break wind as we answer your questions in another For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you guys have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because you get to those questions first, which is what Levi did. He asks, how did humanity before the collapse deal with alien races, and where were they friendly to some like the Eldar? Let's we're doing this new thing where we try to go in depth with every single question just to make sure that if there's somebody that doesn't know the lore of Warhammer 40K and clicks on this video, they get educated, edumacated. So basically what he's talking about with the collapse is there was a time when humanity progressed to a point where they colonized the universe. It was called the Dark Age of Technology, and it was basically
like a renaissance. Think of it that way.
A tech renaissance. And all over the galaxy, there was a human federation that ruled. Think of Star Trek. But then the birth of Slaanesh, the arrival of navigators and like their like chaotic possessions and stuff, and these things called the Men of Iron, which were just basically AI that developed their own
sentience.
Yeah, and they wanted to kill.
Yeah, with sentience, it's always like, oh, I gotta turn on my master.
Yeah, so those three things basically destroyed the federation that was humanity during the Dark Age of technology, and then came the Age of Strife. That is what he's talking about when he says collapse. That is the Age of Strife. Planets were separated from each other. There was no way to travel through the warp because if you did, like, Geller fields might even malfunction, or there was no Geller no, there were Geller fields at that time.
At that time, I think so. Yeah.
But it was just deadly and
super risky.
Yeah, even Mars and Earth were separated from each other. They didn't have the ability to get together. And it wasn't until the Emperor came back, but that's beside the point. What we're going to answer now is, what was the Dark Age of Technology? How did humans react to other Xenos? They did form alliances. There are noted situations where they talked to different Xenos, and they categorized different Xenos. It even got to the point where, because everybody was kind of separated, certain human races changed. They were called abhumans. That's where you get the beastmen, the Ogryn, the ratlings, all those things. So humanity during that Dark Age of Technology, they were more tolerant of Xenos than now. That's not to say that they were super friendly with Eldar. Eldar have always been just cocky, arrogant, even after the fall, after their entire empire was just like, they still thought that they were better than these monkeys. Even though the exact same thing happened to them that happened to humanity. Yeah.
You would think that an event such as falling from grace would unite one, but no, they saw humanity as primitive, very brutal and like ruggish creatures.
Yeah. And now you have to remember that the Eldar are stronger psychically than humans. So it's almost like a pro athlete going to like a local gym. He's going to look down on all these like amateur players, which is what happened. And the reason I bring that up is because divination is a pretty prevalent psychic power that the Eldar use. The Farseers use that a lot. And they actually foresaw a lot of the chaos and just evil things that humanity was going to do in the future. Sometimes to the point of like, oh, if we let this planet continue to thrive, eventually they're going to lead to a chaos incursion that will destroy this craft world. So we need to kill these, basically kill these guys so that their children don't continue to do that. So you had Harlequins, and one, I don't know if they were Harlequins at that time, but you had a lot of Eldar who would just attack humanity, sometimes for no reason.
Well, it would seem no reason to humans, yeah.
Yeah, but to the Farseers, it's like, oh, it's because in the future they're going to be dicks. So that happened. Orcs have always been a menace. The reason that Space Marines were created were because the Emperor realized, like, oh shit, like, regular humans can't go up against these orcs and these creatures that are just, like, way bigger, way stronger. So yeah, the Space Marines were created in part to continue to fight, like, the bigger threats, like the green skins,
right,
and all that kind
was
of stuff.
the Age of Strife when techno-barbarians started colonizing and ruling and all that stuff? I wouldn't say colonizing, more like ruling.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Terra just became fractured. Check out our 40 facts on the Unification War. You'll see that there was, like, a total of, like, between 5 or 7 nations ruled by techno-barbarian warlords, which sounds badass, and it is badass.
Just think of, like, Mad Max, but with technology.
And magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, build a D&D campaign around that. That'd be badass. There's another point I wanted to make. A way that humanity, before Space Marines, before the Imperial Guard or the Imperial Army, a way that humanity during the Dark Age of technology actually defended themselves were because of the night houses. Mm-hmm. The origin of the night houses is found within the Dark Age
of technology.
Mm-hmm. So they were built to defend from pirates, Xenos, regular evil things that lived on the planet to begin with. And that's the honor code. That's right.
And when we're talking of, like, knights, we're not talking of literally, like, King Arthur knights. It's the freaking Imperial knights, like mini titans. Think of that. Yeah.
It was badass. It was a badass time. The Dark Age of technology was. Check out our 40 facts in the Dark Age of technology. Yeah. We should just put a link. But did that answer the question?
He's asking, were they
friendly?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
We did cover that.
Yeah. So, very complicated question, but it was a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully you're now more educated on the Dark Age of technology, the Age of Strife, and the Eldar.
Yeah. If any other questions pop up because of that, ask us in the comment section, obviously. But also check out all the 40 facts that we've mentioned. So, like what you said, the Unification War, Dark Age of technology, the Night Houses.
Men of Iron. Yeah, we touched a lot of bases.
Yeah, so do that.
And that's only, like, a tiny fraction of 40K. That's not even, like, current. Like,
yeah, only humans. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't even get to the Necrons. We didn't even get to the other things. So
40K lore is immense.
Yeah.
This one's by Grimnar. Why are all the first Loyalist chapters so badass, while the traitors are weak, pathetic insects?
No, I disagree.
Yeah. It's all perception.
Yeah. The best story to show you that's not the truth, and even in lore, is the Iron Warriors. The Iron Warriors, by what you're saying, they must be like annoying, dumb, chaos
pests.
Yeah. That basically wear what is it called? Safety signals on their armor. Yeah. Just dumb.
It's like, don't find us. Don't look at our reflective gear.
Yeah, but the reality is that they destroyed the Imperial Fist when they
could have wiped them out.
Yeah. There's what is that called?
The Battle of the Cage, Iron Cage.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Battle of the Iron. I think we have 2 videos on that. But yeah, Chaos Space Marines, they're badass. They can really mess up an entire chapter of Space Marines. Because you got to remember, they're powered by.
Right, they're like Space Marines, but with more power because they have chaos. What do you call it? Boons, mutations.
There you go, mutations. Yeah.
Boons,
like Jason Boone.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Good question.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Brian B. What is the best Monopoly piece? I haven't played Monopoly in a long time, but I guess the top hat.
Is there a boot? I feel like there's a boot in that game.
Yeah, there's a boot. There's a horse too, right?
Really?
I think the horse... No, the car is what everybody tries to go for.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a 40K Monopoly.
There is.
I
wonder what that would look like. Next question.
David 25 Sparta. This question is for the both of you. Which race do you think will be the first one to die out, either by war or extinction?
You go first.
Ooh, that is a very involved question, but I believe that it's the Eldar. Even though, obviously, we got the Psychic Awakening, and it's like the Eldar are kind of the main force, they're dying. They have a very, 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 very low reproductive rate. Slaanesh is focusing all his and her attention on them, and I feel like they've already hit their prosperity point. There's nowhere for them to go but down.
Yep.
All their gods are dead or dying. There's avatars, but these avatars don't seem to be doing anything. Look at every avatar of Cain destroyed without even like it doing anything.
Even the model shit.
Yeah, and they have Forge World models for it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the only thing they have going for themselves is Yvrain and Iniad. And it's the god of like rebirth and stuff. So that's their only hope. If that goes down, then they're done.
Yeah.
There's no way for them to come back. Yes, they kind of made an alliance with the Imperium by resurrecting Guilliman, but that's not enough for the Imperium to say, hey, we're going to protect you because of this. It's like, yeah, we might help you 1 or 2 times, but besides that, you're a Xenos race. Like, you don't have anything to do with humanity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the Eldar are definitely on their last breath.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. You could even, if you pay attention to the current lore, I think GW is setting it up to kill off Craft World Eldar. And the reason I say that is because they created the Eldari Alliance.
Which is all Eldar.
So I think what they're going to do with this whole, the Phoenix Rising stuff, is an introduction of Slaanesh's champion, Fulgrim, killing the Craft World Eldar somehow, and then just because GW doesn't want to lose money on like Eldar models, you're still going to be able to play Eldar, but they're not going to be Craft World Eldar. Excuse me, they'll be just the Eldari Alliance or whatever it's called.
Which kind of sucks if you already have a codex and pretty much like you're used to using Craft World Eldar, and now it's like, oh, now I gotta use.
We can use everything now.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of cool. But yeah, I agree. I think that is the next race to go.
Exodites, do they have their own supplement?
No, I don't think they've had a supplement for a long time. Since like the Rogue Trader.
I still want to see freaking a model, like a GW official model of like a Brontosaurus being written by Eldar.
Yeah, there's so many really cool conversions you can find on Instagram and YouTube. I think we even talked about a YouTuber, I think it's Bitsbox, who has like a really badass expedited conversion thing. So yeah, check that out. Yes. Next question. Comes from Nurgle. Why does no one like me? Nurgle's actually Nurgle's the best Chaos God in my opinion. Minus the small holes, because I hate small holes.
So you wouldn't mind looking like you're melting on one side and have tentacles on the other arm?
Nope, because as soon as you get the blessings of Nurgle, you stop feeling pain and
That's
you
true.
know you're not going to die. Like, you can have your eye popping out, just dangling.
But it doesn't
hurt.
Yeah.
And to top it off, like, you can just rip it off. You'll be fine. You can grow another one, or pus balls will just come out, and then you can see, like, fly.
And you get to play with those playful beasts of Nurgles. They're essentially puppies.
Yeah. The whole lore of Nurgle is pretty badass, like entropy and escaping entropy, and it's cool. But
Yeah. If anything, I'd say Slaanesh is probably the least liked.
yeah, models are okay. I think with the new
Greater
Age of
Demons.
Sigmar, yeah.
But that's Greater Sigmar, or Age of Sigmar. Like, where's the 40K stuff?
They didn't come out with...
Like, they said you could use it, you have rules for both of it, but there wasn't any, like, 40K specific one.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see cool Noise Marines, but like a box, not that one figure.
Yeah.
Of the guy with the hair and the high heels.
He had heels on?
He had high heels, yeah.
Ooh, step on me.
But yeah, Noise Marines are also a cool Chaos Space Marine thing that I want to explore.
Mm-hmm.
but they don't get that much love from GW or players.
Yeah, Slaanesh is really underrated in my opinion, and there's you'll see. I'm not gonna spoil it.
But
All I'm gonna say is Red Light District.
Oh shit. But those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below.
Sound Alchemist.
Gershwin.
Out.
Always used to put my freedom first.